because I try to beat those people up that say they get up at 4.
Gosh.
It's only true. It's only true.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Stay Smart. I'm your host, Christine Caldwell, and today I have with me a special guest, Mr. Darnell Fuller.
Hey. Thank you for having me. What a warm intro.
Absolutely. And so today, what we're going to talk about is how can corporate housing help realtors and how that partnership between realtors and corporate housing can really flourish.
Got it. Hey, excited to talk about it. Excited. Anything real estate related is always a pleasure. It's my lane. So my name is Darnell Fuller. I am the owner of RE/MAX Southwest. I manage a real estate team. And we have the Fuller's Group, which is a team under the RE/MAX brand.
What motivates you?
Obviously my family. You know what I mean? You that's the biggest thing is to be a provider and all that good stuff and be able to come through.
How do you handle last minute closings?
The number one thing is communication. Mm-hmm. Communication's is that if that's what you're looking for.
Say like with the seller and they can't close that day, so it needs to be pushed like a week. Closing delays can really affect emotionally your clients. How are you going to then, I guess, help your client figure out through what this whole situation that's going on?
I think of an example in particular where we have a person who's either having a home built, for example. Let's say if they're in a lease or they're moving. Of course, it wasn't the day of, it was the day before where we were informed that, hey, this builder's not ready yet. We ended up having to find like an extended stay or corporate situation that was just a temporary fix, right? Just to kind of help them, get through the transition.
So they have just like their stuff in storage.
The moving company had already packed up everything on the back of the moving truck. Mm-hmm. And I called the moving company and explained to them the situation.
And I think in extended stays, because extended stays do have, your kitchen as well, right? Say it's a family that's moving. It's not just a couple that's moving, right? You need a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom for the kids. Yeah, what if they have dogs? What if they have animals? You're going to put them in a 400 square foot extended stay?
No.
So I think there are situations where extended stays can work. More times I feel like clients will feel a little bit more comfortable in a corporate housing.
For sure. Unit. Well, and it just makes a lot more pleasure. It's more pleasant because there's more space.
So everyone that's listening, when you're choosing your realtor, make sure you choose someone who has a large network of other verticals within the real estate, like moving connections, contractors.
Absolutely. Resources matter. And I mean, that's really what most people don't see, the value of having an experienced person in their segment, because that's who's there to help you work through those challenges. Being a realtor is not just finding a home for someone. It's helping them solve their problems. Mm-hmm. Your problem solving. Yeah. That's 90% of what your job is. Your job responsibility is. A lot of people buy homes and they're like, oh, it's just going to be just a wonderful experience. It doesn't always turn out that way. You hope so, but that's not that's not real world, right? Seriously, you get clients. There are clients that really say this is supposed to be a really lovely experience, like something they've seen on television. Well, problems happen because you're trying to get all these worlds to work together.
Right, and you want to be able to have a realtor that's in your corner that knows instantly, who has had the experience. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So with corporate housing, this is a perfect time to call your corporate housing partner. And guess who their hero will be for saving the deal? You, Darnell, will be the hero.
That's true. And that is how it works out. I mean, it is a scenario where corporate housing has come into play to help us, and a lot of agents don't leverage those relationships,
or they don't know about it.
Exactly. Well, certainly it is, the value's there for that. It's if it's a temporary fix, just to help someone get on the other side while they're in transition. You're definitely the person we should call, just to make life more comfortable for you while you're in transition. That's the added value. Again, knowledge is key. People are paying you for your knowledge, right? What you have and what you know in terms of in a situation like that. I mean, to have that easy access to someone you can call, like, call you directly, you take over. And that's what's good about the service.
Yeah, and
you pretty much
we have
it.
A team. I have someone who's going to send out arrival instructions, departure instructions. We do meet and greets. We'll meet your client out there. We'll show them around the grounds.
Love it.
They have their cable and internet already set up.
No brainer. And then obviously, when your services mirrors ours, it's like a
team, right?
Yeah,
it's just an extension of your team.
Extension of your team. It gives that client that experience, and it gives you that reputation that
taking care of your clients. You're not just there to try and get the commission and try and push them to close on something that they can't close on, right?
Right. We understand technology is changing the industry in terms of where people have access to listings, and they don't have to go through a realtor alone just to find a home, right? Mm-hmm. That's not where the work begins. The work begins not doing the sale, but on the close. To sell your home, you pick the house. Yep. But after we execute on it, we have 30 to 40 days to close, right? That's where the work really begins. So problems happen.
Hitting those deadlines.
Yeah. In Zillow and some of I'm not picking on Zillow, but the apps didn't get you through real life.
Right.
That's where your professional realtor comes in and all of his network of relationships. Mm-hmm. So corporate housing being a tool in your tool belt, arsenal in your tool belt, where when that arises, you have a solution. Yep. But this is the industry that you own, right? So you should know as many opportunities that are out there to help your client, and that's what separates us from
other realtors.
Yeah, that's where agents have to understand that you're most needed, or where you most wanted for a client is, how did you help me?
Yeah.
How did you help me?
Yeah.
And that's one of the I think that's what I pride myself on, is how I solve a problem. And how do I partner with the right team, or my client, or people, or group, I should say, such as yours, where my clients feel that they don't drop off to an extended stay, there's no pride in that.
Right. It kind of goes back to the example of if you're a company and you're relocating an employee
to a motel
for them, kind of the same situation.
Exactly.
And buying a home is a lot of emotional, and it's emotional because people.
You obviously know.
Oh God, I know. Not only was I in real estate, but I just bought a house, right? So there's just a lot of things that are going on when it comes to closing on your new home, and you just want to make sure that your clients are happy, that you're handling everything for them, not adding more stress to all that emotion. Yeah, so to everyone that is listening, if you need a realtor, right, who solves all your problems, all your problems,
A to Z,
I have Darnell Fuller here.
If you're in need of any real estate needs in terms of buying, selling, leasing, land, multifamily, apartments, we do it all. Anything real estate related, then you call the Fuller's Group. Thank you so much, Christine.
We're here to help our realtor friends and, just be a resource to you guys. So I want to thank everyone for listening and tuning in to another episode of Stay Smart. Again, we had Darnell Fuller here talking about, how corporate housing can really help our realtor friends. So Stay tuned to our next episode, and remember, stay smart.